Hello everyone, it's Temujin here from SL Colonies, and in today's video I'm going to be going through the bottling station. So first and foremost, the bottling station is not just for the brewer's profession, it is for any profession to use at any level. While it is part of the brewing system as a whole, you can bottle and place any type of drink from the system into kegs or bottles, and apply your own labels. For example, if you'd like to bottle just orange juice or olive oil, you can create your own custom designed bottle to sell in the system. But if you are a brewer, you can, for instance, make a whiskey that is aged for 1 month, another whiskey aged for 3 months, and perhaps another whiskey aged for 6 months. You can have different designed bottles and kegs with premium looking labels depending on how long something was fermented, distilled or aged. This segment of the video will show you all of the mesh designs available for every type of bottle and barrel you can use in the system. Alright, so we're going to have a look at what you can do with this bottling station as an owner of the object. So the first thing you'll notice when you right click and edit is that it is fully modifiable. So you can stretch it as you like, change the mesh out as you like, and make it suit your own theme. So for example, if I want to change this tabletop, I can change the tabletop and keep the legs which are our barrels. And you can change each barrel if you believe that they're not, your kind of look and so forth. Or if you want to change the whole thing, just take the master prim, which contains the scripts and the items inside. You can unlink everything else and make it just an invisible box and link this. It needs to remain the master prim to any of your full mesh that you currently own. And then you'll be able to use that mesh. So let's do a long left click and see what we get as an owner. I'll hold my left mouse button and I'll click. So you'll see here we have a few options, including resetting. So if you have issues with the station, just hit reset before calling us for help. You can change the name of the station, which will change the name of the station in the object itself. You can link a sign as usual. You can change a hover text color from the default green and such, and you can also set sounds. So if you've got a UUID, when it finishes crafting, you'll get a sound, and there's a security options to prevent other people using this station if you like. If you want it to be set to restricted to you as the owner only, to your group, your colony, or just open to the public. All right, so let's take a look at what we can do as a player using this bottling station. As I mentioned before, you can make any bottle or barrel design based on any of the drinks in the system that you have either crafted or purchased from the marketplace. So I've given myself, for the purpose of this video, one bottle design or one bottle type and one barrel type. I've also given myself some apple juice, which I'm going to use for the purpose of making these bottles and barrels. And I've also made some logos. I'll show you the logos. So I made an apple cider one, which I'm going to use on a barrel. Use this, it's got a bit of transparency in the background and so forth. I'm going to use an apple juice label for the bottle. It's just to give you an idea, I just got these off Adobe stock and purchased the licenses to use. Left click on the table as a player. If you've already created a bottle design, you can use a recipe, but I haven't created one, so I'm going to create or bottle something up, right? You then click on a container, and I've got two types. I've got a bottle, large 5, and I've got a fur barrel 3, design 3. So let's take a look at a bottle. Here it is. This is design number 5. It's got nothing in it currently. So let's click on here and add a drink. I have water and I have apple juice in my inventory. I'm going to pick apple juice because I wish to bottle this and create a label for it. So you see it's applied the color to it and such. You'll see it differently based on your settings, graphic settings, and your graphics card and such. So with the label, you will need a UUID for the label or the logo that you brought in. So you need to make sure that first of all, in the properties of that logo, that they are full perm. So I'll go ahead and make that full perm. And then you will copy, right click on your graphic and copy asset UUID. Now when you click label, it will ask you to input the UUID. You will paste it in here and hit submit. And it will apply the label to your bottle. If I hit finalize, I now get to name this bottle design with this label. Other people can still bottle up some apple juice, but when they use large bottle number 5, they will not get to name it and they will be forced to use the design that I have input into the system. So make sure that prior to selling your own creations, that you create designs for every bottle type and barrel type that you wish to use. If you don't care about the others, don't worry about it, but anyone can rename your items otherwise. Well, it becomes their item, their bottle design. So let's name this recipe into a apple juice. Or 1 liter, yeah, apple juice. Please choose another name. I can't use apple juice because it's already taken. That's right. I can't make apple juice, right? Bottled apple juice. Oop, gotta watch my spelling. Right, so here it is. You have set the recipe name to bottled apple juice. Would you like to craft this recipe? Finalize. 1 bottle apple juice. It will take 50 seconds to complete. Right, here we are, and my bottled apple juice, crafted by me, is ready to collect. So let's click on that. I've gained 25 experience for designing this bottle. Now I've received this bottled apple juice. Now from here, I can go ahead and sell it on the marketplace, or I can res it, which I will show you in the next part of the video, and then set some different things for the end user. So let's make a barrel. So I've got the apple cider logo as well. I'm going to make sure that it is full perm. And I'm going to copy the asset UUID. I can close this now as I no longer need it. Let's go to craft. See now if I go use recipe, I can remake the same bottled apple. Or I can search it if I've got so many of them. So let's go back. Bottle, we'll choose a container type. We will now use a fur barrel 3. That's got the default SL Colonies logo currently. Let's fill it with some apple juice. And now let's label this. Paste the UUID and see what it comes up as. Home brewed, apple cider, 100% organic. There's obviously no alcohol in this, but I'm doing it for the purpose of this video. So I'll call it something that won't, reserve the name. Barreled apple juice. And we'll finalize that. And this will take 16 minutes. So we'll come back after the 16 minutes and pick up from there. All right, so here we are at the end of this barreled apple juice. Ready to collect. Let's grab the apple juice. And here we are, received 1 item of barreled apple juice. Let's now go to the next portion of the video and see what an end user does with these barrels and bottles before someone comes along and drinks them. All right, so here we are at the Colonies Tavern in the main store, and I'm going to res out our large bottle that we previously made and the barrel and show you what you can do if you've purchased one of these from the marketplace, or you're the brewer and you own a tavern as well and you're going to set your own barrels and bottles up for people to consume. So you're going to obviously need the HUD. It's a rezzable item. So as I said prior, you can sell directly on the marketplace and you can still trade the barrel and the bottles like a virtual good, like you can everything else. However, once you res it, you can no longer trade the physical bottle and barrel anymore, but you can still obviously consume what's inside it and set pricing. So, sorry, I'm in the wrong window here. We're going to go into inventory icon. We're going to click our rezzable, and it's an item. So we've got barreled apple juice and we've got bottled apple juice. So let's do both of those. Let's do bottled apple juice. I've got one. I'm gonna receive one of them, and it will get sent to my inventory. So before I do the barreled, I'll just wait for the server to do its thing, because I might have slowed it down here. But here we go. We're going to objects, and here's my bottle large 5. I'll res that out, and it will not be assigned anything just yet. So you click it, and now I'm going to add my bottled apple juice to this. It will change the color, and it will apply the label that I had. Now if I pick it up, it's no longer transferable and stuff like that to other people. Yep, so no longer transfer. So showed as transfer, but no longer transfer, no longer modifier or anything like that. Now I can res it out on the floor, and I can put it on the bar, and we'll bring it up somewhere here, for example. Actually, let's put it on the shelf back here so we can showcase it. People can have a look. They might notice that it's here, and they might, will it fit? Let's have a look. Yeah, it fits back here. Cool. So I've only got one of these, unfortunately. But if anyone wants a drink from it, once I've set the prices for an expensive apple juice, I can't make copies. Good. Here we go. So we've got this, and let's see if I can get the barrel as well. Click here, rezzable, item, barreled apple juice. I have one, so I would like one, please. Let's accept the fur barrel 3. Res it out on the floor. You will then left click it and click the drink that I had made. So there's 100 less. It's currently set to 0. We'll put this on the floor here. And there. So what can you do as the owner of one of these barrels or bottles? So you are the tavern keeper now, not just the brewer. Let's click on, oh, how beautiful is it, by the way? And I think if I go Control P preferences and turn on screen space reflections, it has even more reflections going on now. It's quite beautiful. I don't like it on personally. I think that's plenty. So if I long left click, it's a long left click, there you go. If you just left click, you'll pick it up, and whoever left clicks on it can pick it up and drink directly from it. I can now set the type of coin I want to use. I'm going to leave it to default SLC coin. You can use any economy, and I'm going to set the price for 1 drink. There are 5 drinks in this. So this will be 1 coin for 1 drink. We'll hit submit. So price set to 1. Now if someone wants to drink it, they will pay 1 coin for it. And I will show you further on in a video someone drinking from it. I'll do the same thing with this apple juice. If I just click it, a left click won't do anything because I have no, mugs on me. Let's do a long left click. Release. You get the usual owner settings. You can reset this if it's got issues. You can set security. So we have set security for these, for the barrels. If you want it to be set to only your colony or group, or you can use these, or you set it to public. This is going to be a public one. So we'll go back to the long left click here. You can change a hover text. I can change what lines I want there, so I will leave these lines on. I quite like it, but let's go with the color, set custom. I don't know the hex color, so I'll leave it. So a left click, long left click. We will set the price. If you set it to -1, no one can get drinks from this, and currently it's set for free. So let's set it for 1 coin for 1 drink. All right. So that's it as a tavern keeper. You've set your prices. Now someone comes up and has a mug in their hand, their own personal mug, or they have one of these in a tavern, for example, that they've clicked on. They will be able to purchase these drinks and drink from them. All right, so I've logged into the SL Colonies bot. To give you an example of being a consumer or a customer walking into a tavern that has these new bottles and barrels. So let's walk over here. And as you see, the rezzed out barrel and a bottle. Now, I'm also giving you an example of what the bottles will look like if you are using a browser that does not yet support PBR. So the only browsers that currently support, at the time of making this video, support PBR are firstly the official Second Life viewer, and secondly the Firestorm beta viewer. All right, so if you haven't got any of those, you will not see the reflective textures. So this bottle looks all white to this viewer. But in my other viewer, where Temujin is, you see the nice, shiny, beautiful design. So if you see these in white, jump into a different browser that supports PBR textures. So here I am as a customer. If I now left click on this bottle, I cannot long left click. I am not the owner. I can only do a short left click, and then it attaches to my hand. And from this, I can left click it and I can buy a drink. So let's buy a drink, and then I drink it. You've paid one, I drink from the bottle. It's a massive bottle. There are two types of bottles, and I'll show you what else this bottle does in a moment. So you can drink from it directly, which is not really the purpose of the large bottle. You really should be using a mug. The small bottles, on the other hand, are like small little beer bottles that you can drink from, and they make more sense. So anyway, it has affected my drunk, not my drunk status, because this is, as you saw from the beginning of the video, this is just really apple juice, not real cider. So I haven't affected my drunk stat, but I have affected my energy, my hunger, and so forth, so forth. So let's now detach this, right click and detach, and it will go back to where it belongs. And now we'll have one less drink in it. Let's see what happens if I left click this without a mug. Nothing. So let's grab a mug. You can either have one made from the carpenter, but if you're in the main store, you can test out these mugs. Left click it, it will attach to your hand, and it will currently be empty. And then I'll left click on this, and it says, do I want to fill up my cup? It will cost me 5 coins. It's 5 coins because there are 5 portions in a cup or in a mug. Let's go yes. It says there's 95 left. It's taken 5 coins from me, and it's filled up my cup with the drink that I have made. Now I can drink the portions directly as usual by left clicking on them and drinking, and it will slowly empty this mug until there is nothing left. Drink. Now I'll also show you now what the real purpose of the large bottles are. Alright, so here we are in the tavern again, and in this portion of the video I want to show you what you can essentially do as a servant. So let's say you've got a barkeeper who purchases the barrels, sets the prices. He purchases bottles and such from the brewer as well. And the player can go and fill up their own mugs, and they can grab these bottles and drink directly from them. And they can fill up their mugs from these bottles, for example. But let's say the role players in a tavern are sitting down and they're socializing, and they don't really want to go, getting up every time they need more drinks. And they want a servant to come to the table. So someone to come over here and offer them a drink. Well, you can do that, and the servant can make profit doing that, or they can give it out for free, whatever you like in your role play. So we have made a pitcher, which I'm going to attach to myself here. And basically what it is, it's a clay jar that you can make using clay at the pottery station. And it does have PBR effects, as you can see it's reflecting. So you do need a PBR viewer to see this properly, as intended. So now I have this pitcher, and I can click on, say, the barrel or the large bottles, and fill my pitcher full of that product. It carries 20, I believe. So there's 95 in here. Let's see what happens if I click this. To fill your cup will cost me 60. Yeah, so 3 times 20 is 60 coin. That's right. So you can fit 60 portions. Someone's mug holds 5. Sorry, I can fill 20 portions. And someone's mug holds 5 portions. So here it is, it's now full. If I left click my picture here, I can set the coin type that I want people to be able to buy from me from, and I can set the price. So if I set it to -1, it will not give drinks. If I set it to 0, it'll be free. Currently it's set to 1, but I've paid 3. So I want to make a profit, or I want to sell it for what it's worth. So if I want to make a profit, I would set it for 4, or anything higher than what I paid. So now the price is set. And let's show, I'll walk up to the bot here, and we'll go onto his screen. All right, so here we are. As you see, we can't see the textures because I haven't got the PBR viewer on, so I can only see the liquid that is inside this. So I need to have a mug out. So let's find myself a mug. Hopefully I've got one that works. Be that. Got one of these new tester mugs here. But let's now click. So I'm sitting down on the table. Let's imagine I'm sitting down on the table. Servants come over here and he's role playing. I've got a beautiful apple juice here, and I'm going to click it. And it says to fill my cup will cost me 5 coins. So I'll click fill cup. And here we go. It has now filled up my mug with this drink, apple juice. I can now drink from it. Cool. Let's go back into the main account. Here we are again. So I did notice a bug, and I did receive in chat 5.20, so out of my portions. I did see that it was only charging 1 coin per drink and not the 3 that I had set, the 4 that I had set. But it did pay me the 20. So the text is just wrong in this case. So there we are. That's what you can do as a server. I can grab these drinks from the barrels or the bottles. I can refill if I like. I think, I still have 15 drinks left. I cannot fill this container until it's empty. Now, other features this does have, so both the vessels that you drink out of and these pitchers that you serve from, there is a 5% chance that every time you use it, that it will lose 1 durability. They will start with 100 durability. And once you lose 50 durability, you will have a 50% chance of losing 1 portion of your drink that's inside that vessel. So it basically develops a leak, all right? So it starts becoming less useful. And it has a 10% chance of losing more durability. When it gets to 100% use, or uses zero durability, it's completely useless and you can't use it to serve more drinks or drink out of anymore. So really, you want to get a new mug or pitcher as soon as you can once you get below that 50 durability mark. Another thing you should do with these, so they are not modifiable, but what you want to be doing is storing these in folders. If you do serving a lot, store some folders, and I would suggest that you name the folders after the drink that you've put in a pitcher, because once you've got 5 of these, you know when you detach it, the drinks are still going to be in here, and you're going to want to be able to, serve these to other people until you've got none left. So I've still got 15 drinks in here, as you see. Right, so when you take it off, create a folder, store it in there so you know what the pitcher's used for, so you know what to serve people. So if there's multiple drinks inside the tavern, instead of in here there's only apple juice, but let's say there's different types of whiskies and wines and such, you'd want to be able to know which pitcher to use to make it a bit quicker for your roleplay needs. That's pretty much it. That's the bottling station explained to you. I hope you guys enjoyed that tutorial. As always, like and subscribe, leave a comment. If you've got any questions, jump on the forums or our Discord and we'll be happy to answer. Have a wonderful day.